innovation stack, competitive advantage. Tesla is running away with the market. What can others do? I want to discuss the possibility of Tesla licensing technology to other companies, but I want to caveat this already. I don't think it's going to help anybody, but it's still a possibility that somebody like Ford should seriously contemplate. It's August 17th. This is the Not Even Wrong podcast. This is Krim Delco. For the day, the fund is up 23%. For the year, we are up 170%. The market for the year is up 4.5%. We're outperforming by roughly 166%. So if you put $100 in our fund and $100 in the S&P at January 1st, 2020, you would have $270 and the S&P would have $104. This is what outperformance means in actual dollars. Now, let's get to the point. First of all, discuss a little bit what happened today, an upgrade on Tesla's price target. Tesla now is trading very close to all-time highs. In our opinion, it's just a continuation of what we've been talking about for months now. Tesla is running away with the largest market in the world, which is solar-driven transportation, or in more plain English, electric vehicles, and then that are driven by renewable energy, primarily solar. This is a market that is trillions of dollars worth. Tesla is constrained by production. Tesla is actually more of a manufacturing company, a company that builds factories at this point than anything else. But that shouldn't diminish the fact that Tesla is a very, very good automotive company. They compete very, very effectively in that market. And this is what I want to discuss today. So if you're Ford, for example, you're looking at this situation and you have trouble competing. By the way, it's not just Ford. I'm just using Ford as an example, but you can throw in there XPeng, you can throw in there Lucid Motors, NIO, Volkswagen, Toyota, anybody you want. Chinese startups, large competitors in Europe, American competitors. The problem is the innovation stack. Jim McKelvey's book, The Innovation Stack, has opened my eyes to this. And it's one of those books, like I said in one of the previous episodes, it's the second most important book I've ever read in terms of business. And for anybody who wants to run a hedge fund, the 3 books required reading for wealth generation: number 1, The Innovator's Dilemma by Clayton Christensen; number 2, Jim McKelvey's Innovation Stack; and number 3, Peter Thiel's 0 to 1. Those are required reading. If you want to generate wealth and you haven't read those books and internalized those books, actually read them several times. I've read all of those books several times. I mean, Jim McKelvey's book I only read once because I just read it, but anyway, I'm going to read it a few times anyway. These are things you have to internalize. This has to be your MO. This is not just an idea. This is the thing. So let's talk about the innovation stack. Why is Tesla so strong? Take a little example. Just today, August 17, 2020, there was this news item going around the internet that American car companies like Ford and GM want to move their sales online because of COVID-19 and the reluctance of people to go to showrooms. Now, this sounds very easy. Yeah, I mean, you just put this stuff online and sell it online. Guess what? Do you have an innovation stack? Have you built that thing on top of your stack like Tesla? Tesla started from scratch, building an online presence, and then when COVID-19 hit, it was easy to spin up a little bit more sophisticated website that allows you to buy the car online. We bought our Model Y online. It was touchless. There was nobody involved, no people, no nothing. We bought it. There were some issues, quality issues, things like that. We sort them out. It's not seamless. The point is that the process is there, and for most companies like Ford or GM or Toyota or NIO or whoever, this is not so easy. You don't just spin up a website and sell cars online when you've been selling cars physically for decades. This is exactly what Jim McKelvey was talking about. You have a problem, which is selling cars online, and you solve that problem because maybe you had a problem before, which is presenting cars more effectively online. Maybe you had another problem, which is build an online service organization which generates information and order flow and things like that online. So you've been already building a stack which incorporates particularly the internet and also mobile at the core of your business. So then when COVID-19 hits, you're just spinning up another a few services that help you sell the cars online. Scheduling a service with Tesla, there's no phone call involved, there's nothing, it's all online, it's all mobile. Fortunately, I haven't had any serious issues. We just came back from a 2,500-mile road trip and everything went fine, but we have some coloring issues with the car because we used the wrong soap in the car wash, and yeah, I don't know, these just things I don't even want to talk about. I'm just saying there are some issues and they can be solved, and it's all mobile. The app works fine. We had a Mini before the Tesla, and that mobile app of Minis was just not useful at all because BMW, the owner of Mini, is just they're caught in this innovation stack trap where yeah, you can spin up a mobile app, but if you don't have a stack on top of which you can spin this up, the mobile app will just be another effort wasted. Another example, talking about innovation stack, is payment. Again, over the weekend, actually by the end of last week, there was news about Tesla offering destination charges and offering to finance and help people build up destination charges. Destination charges in the Tesla world are charges which are not supercharges for Tesla, but they are charges that Tesla people can use that are set up by third parties, for example, hotels, restaurants, retail outlets. The idea is, of course, that you can charge at more places, and the incentive for businesses to set up destination charges is that they attract Tesla customers that then can go and shop around the premises. Now, Tesla is offering this, they have expertise in setting these up. And I want to cut a long story short. One of the biggest offerings that Tesla can have actually is payment. They can say, look, we already have an online payment set up, which is if you use Tesla superchargers, the car is recognized and your account is charged and all that stuff is seamless. So that can happen also with third-party destination charges. So again, this is the payment system, which you might think, well, that's easy. I mean, Daimler, BMW, Toyota, they can just set up an online payment system and charge their cars. Guess what? If you don't have a stack on top of which you can build that, an innovation stack where payments are just another feature on top of an already existing core stack, you're going to have a lot of trouble. And guess what? Tell me one car company where payments, charging, and things like that are seamless without credit card swiping and all that kind of stuff. I don't think there's one company that exists today that can do that. Tesla can do it. So the innovation stack at work. And the reason I'm bringing up these two examples is just to show where the competitive advantage lies of Tesla. Tesla has an innovation stack which is unpenetrable. The innovation stack happens to be in a market that is gigantic, and that explains the large market cap of Tesla. And we have no doubt that this will just continue going. And the only risk to this is execution. The Tesla themselves doesn't execute well. I've spoken about this before. The ultimate wealth generation disruptor is the company which defines the methods according to their own methods. So if you want to compete in this market, the only way you compete with Tesla is by using Tesla's methods. There's no other way. You can't do it differently because Tesla is defining the market. Tesla is defining the experience, the user interface, the performance measures, the benchmarks, the quality benchmarks. Everything is defined by Tesla. So if you come into this market, you will be compared to Tesla. If you can't stack up, and I guarantee you somewhere down the innovation stack, you will not stack up. Porsche is a good example. Porsche is a great company, great design, great quality. They stack up maybe in 8 out of 10 of the innovation stack features that Tesla has, but some of them they don't stack up. Efficiency, range, speed, things like that. And there you go. Tesla is outperforming Porsche in sales and everything else. So why am I saying all this? The conclusion is that Tesla has created a gigantic new market, which is luxury, affordable, electric cars that are powered by solar power. And there's other businesses there, energy, let's not talk about them right now, but they are integrated and important. But let's just keep it simple. Let's talk about the EV market here. If you're a competitor, let's take Ford as an example. You cannot compete with them unless you use their methods. This is a fact. I'm happy to discuss this on any panel, in any kind of setting, and the arguments will be based on Jim McKelvey's book, The Innovation Stack. So if you don't agree with me, read the book and then come back to me and then still disagree with me, and I'm happy to have that conversation. The point is this: does that mean that everybody else is lost? Is Ford, again, this is just an example, but Ford is a very good example, in my opinion, the most vulnerable company in the US, at least, if not in the world, that will be disrupted by Tesla. What can Ford do? And let's put everything aside: politics, egos, managers, hoping to survive another year to get retirement, all that stuff. Let's put it away. Let's just assume Henry Ford is still alive and wants to save his company. What can he do? He can make a call to Tesla and say, guys, please license technology to me. I want to use your tech, and I just want to wrap it up in my brand, my marketing and financing business, because that's really what Ford is. All the big OEMs are nothing but marketing and financing businesses anyway. So let's just keep it, let's just, cut to the chase. I'm going to take the battery, the powertrain, even the manufacturing facilities. So maybe I'll help a little bit there, but honestly, even that, Tesla is much better than them, manufacturing electric cars, of course. So what can they do? They can license that technology. And this is a thesis that we have had in the fund. We've thought about it. We've thought about even buying some long-term calls on Ford for that particular reason, because we believe that if there is an announcement that Ford is willing to license technology from Tesla, that we could see a bounce in the stock. Some of our partners decided not to go with that idea, so we don't have that position. I still want to bring out the idea just so it's out there, and also it helps me understand in hindsight what went right or wrong with this idea. So the formulation of the idea is that Ford is a marketing and financing company that doesn't have the tech to compete in the new electric transportation market. However, by licensing technology from Tesla, they could leapfrog everybody else and try to compete with lower margins, but still compete in this market and survive as a brand. Now, that is an interesting thought from two perspectives, of course. First of all, from Ford's perspective, but also from Tesla perspective. Why would Tesla even do that? What is the upside for Tesla, etc.? I want to put that aside. This is good material and it should be discussed in another episode. I just want to talk about one thing here, which is I don't believe that this will work because of the innovation stack. You see, if, let's say, a company like some random bank now went and licensed Square technology and tried to be some sort of wrapped up Square in another brand, I don't think it will work. Because according to Jim McKelvey, you see, you have to build that innovation stack from scratch. And it's very difficult to just take some parts of the stack and then build on top of it. It's very difficult because you haven't solved all those problems to get there, to get to the point from which you're licensing. So how on earth are you gonna be able to successfully execute against your mission if you just license the technology? It's kind of like it's the sorcerer's apprentice, or you're given technology, you don't know what to do with it. Now, I want to give Ford the benefit of the doubt. Of course, the company has institutional knowledge. The company has some deep expertise in certain things, marketing, etc. But if you really think about it, that all that expertise is not worth much, because even the marketing, that the Mach-E and all that stuff, that the marketing, the way they do it, it's so like 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, Super Bowl ads, all that. Oh, come on, that's not how you market EVs. Tesla is showing you in their innovation stack how they market it. Let's not go there now, but using social media, using hip hop artists, using just Twitter accounts, this mouth-to-mouth viral marketing that Tesla is able to do is so much more powerful than a Super Bowl ad. So it's really questionable to me that Ford has a chance, even if they license technology. But to summarize, I think that's the only way that Ford or anybody else has a chance to survive, is by giving up on the tech, leaving that up to Tesla, letting Tesla do the innovation stack, continue on top of the innovation stack, and then try to just be a marketing and financing company, because these are two things that Tesla is not necessarily focused on. They're not deeply part of the innovation stack. The financing is to some extent, I would say, part, but it's not proprietary to Tesla. And the marketing that Tesla is doing is very proprietary, but you can do other types of marketing. Like I said, Super Bowl ads, or market to people, at gun shows and I don't know, stuff like that. So trying to get segments into the EV market that maybe Tesla is not targeting or not able to reach. And I think there's a very limited chance of success, But it's the only way out of this conundrum, because otherwise I think the big brands are going to die. The question right now is not why is Tesla a $300 billion company, is why everybody else is still between 20 and $50 billion market cap, because the market is running away. Tesla is running away with the market because they have a strong innovation stack, and the only way to compete is to license some of that stack and then try to build something proprietary on top of it. Thank you.